Everyone laughed when Private Mason turned the hose on the new girl. None of them knew she outranked every single man standing there. The sun was merciless that afternoon, bleaching the training yard into a sea of blinding white dust. A line of recruits scrubbed vehicles under the scorching heat, sweat dripping from their foreheads. Then she walked in slim, composed, and wearing civilian cargo pants that didn't hint at rank or title. Just a clipboard and a calm expression. "New recruit?" Mason called out, smirking. "Hope you like a little initiation." Before anyone could react, he squeezed the hose. A blast of water drenched her from head to toe. The laughter came like thunder, loud, unchecked, and cruel. "Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening." The woman stood there, water dripping from her hair, her expression unreadable. For a second, even Mason hesitated. Something about her silence, steady, unnerving, made the laughter fade. Then she smiled. Just a small, polite smile. "Thank you, Private," she said evenly. "I'll remember this." Her voice wasn't angry. It was measured, controlled, like someone used to commanding storms. She turned and walked toward the main office. Mason chuckled, shaking his head. "Can't take a joke," he muttered. But even he felt a strange chill run through his chest. By the time lunch rolled around, whispers had started spreading through the camp like wildfire. The base was getting a new admiral, someone from Fleet Command, someone known for turning chaos into order, a leader who didn't tolerate arrogance. That afternoon, every soldier was summoned to formation. Mason leaned toward his buddy, grinning. "Bet it's another desk officer in shiny shoes." The air grew heavy as footsteps echoed on the gravel, and when the door opened, the sound of boots halted every breath. It was her, the same woman he'd hosed just hours ago. But this time, her hair was pulled back neatly, her uniform pressed to perfection. On her shoulders, the silver insignia gleamed like ice. "Attention," the sergeant's voice cracked. Every soldier stiffened. Mason's throat went dry. Admiral Evelyn Drake's gaze swept across the ranks, calm but unyielding. "This morning," she began, "I was welcomed by enthusiasm." A few soldiers coughed nervously. "It reminded me why respect is not given, it's earned. But today, Private Mason, you've given me a chance to teach everyone something far more valuable." Her eyes locked on him, not in anger, but in quiet authority. "In the Navy, we rise by lifting others, not by mocking those we think are beneath us, and certainly not by hiding behind laughter." The silence was unbearable. Even the wind seemed to stop. Mason's face burned with shame. For the first time, he realized how childish he must have looked. Then, to everyone's shock, she stepped closer. "Private Mason," she said, "report to my office tomorrow at 0700. You'll assist in training logistics for the next month. Consider it leadership practice." It wasn't punishment, it was responsibility. The kind that either breaks a man or rebuilds him. Days turned into weeks. Mason showed up early, learned her methods, and began to understand why everyone respected her. She never shouted. She never belittled. But her presence demanded excellence. And slowly he changed. One afternoon, as the sun bled across the base, Mason found himself watching new recruits arrive. Nervous, uncertain, just like he once was. He picked up the hose, then set it down gently. "Let's show them how it's done," he said, instead. From her office window, Admiral Drake saw him. And for the first time she smiled. Truly smiled. Because respect, she knew, wasn't taught by fear. It was learned through grace. Because leadership isn't about rank. It's about the courage to change. And sometimes, the ones we try to humiliate become the ones who teach us who we truly are. If this story moved you, hit like, share it with someone who believes in second chances, and don't forget to subscribe for more true-hearted stories like this. Tell me in the comments, what would you have done if you were in her place?